feed Kovu her vegetables today, her salad, and it's going to be a simple one today. But basically what I have here is a mixture of Swiss chard leaves and some green romaine lettuce. When you're making salad for your bearded dragon, usually the fundamentals or foundation to making that salad is your leafy greens. You can use kale, beet leaves, collard greens, Swiss chard, and romaine lettuce. You want to stay away from spinach leaves because spinach leaves will actually bind calcium in that meal. It secretes enzymes, sorry, not enzymes. It just, it's not coming to me right now, but basically it releases chemicals into the stomach of the bearded dragon that will coat the stomach and basically bind calcium, so that meal, that entire meal that the bearded dragon consumes, everything in the stomach content will not absorb calcium for that meal. So if you're giving your bearded dragon spinach leaves every meal, it's not going to be getting any calcium at all, and that's bad, especially if you have a hatchling. So stay away from spinach leaves, and never ever ever feed your bearded dragon avocados because they're toxic. So yeah, today's a simple salad, like I said. Not normally, but if I can, I'll try to get a varied selection or variety of green or leafy greens. You can add peppers, diced pepper, diced carrot. Pepper, my bearded dragon loves diced pepper. Red, green, I mean not, I obviously don't give her chili peppers, I'm talking about like green pepper, red pepper, like the big ones. And occasionally I do also give her fruit. Now you don't want to give a lot of fruit, but just a little once in a while. I've given her some strawberry, banana, apple, and today I'm going to give her 3 blueberries. And I've also given her grapes, among other things. Yeah, fruit's not too bad for your bearded dragon, but you don't want to give a lot because of the water content. It could give them diarrhea. So you want to avoid doing it too often, but occasionally it's good. It varies the diet, vitamins, beta-carotene, you know, stuff like that. It's good for them. So now I'm going to talk supplements. I use, right now, Kovu doesn't have a UVB bulb. She only has, well, she used to have 2 bulbs. One of them burnt out after I replaced it. Right now she's, thank gosh, I have my halogen, my Zoomid halogen bulb here. It's 100 watt, which isn't really enough, but she had a 150 watt Exoterra Sunglow, large bulb there, but that broke. Oh, so I have to replace it. Sorry, I almost burped. And yeah, she also usually has a fluorescent fixer tube that gives her UVB, and it's a 10.0 bulb. 10.0 gives off 10.0 UVB emissions. She doesn't have that right now because I actually have it on the greenhouse during the winter for my plants, and she'll be fine. Technically she should be brumating right now, but I'm just going to let her do her thing. If she decides she wants to do that soon, then I'll let her. But anyway, she's not brumating, so I figured if she was, she wouldn't need it anyway because she'd be hiding under a cave or hiding or just not moving all day and not being active, so she wouldn't be eating. So yeah, she doesn't really need it right now, but what I'm doing, because if she was, see, this is where it gets a little complicated. It's not that complicated, but because UVB gives the reptile the amount of UVB vitamin it needs, UVB helps, or UV emissions help your reptiles absorb calcium. So without UV emissions for a bearded dragon that lives in the desert, vitamin D3. UVB gives off vitamin D3. So the vitamin D3 from the bulb will go to the bearded dragon through its skin and give it that vitamin it needs so that it can properly absorb its calcium. So you'll notice when you're buying calciums, the calcium will say, for example, without D3, or in this small freebie I got at a reptile show, it'll say, let's just get a focus here, calcium with D3. So this is with D3. So what I'm doing is, if I had my bulb giving UVB to Kovu, I wouldn't give her a calcium with D3, I'd give her one without D3, because then if I gave her the one with D3, it'd be an overdose of UVB because the bulb's giving it to her, the calcium's giving it to her, and what you can get is actually a reverse metabolic bone disease, as opposed to metabolic bone disease, which is when the animal isn't getting enough calcium, so it relies on its skeletal structure, its bones, to get the calcium reserves it needs. So it basically feeds off its own body and eventually just dies, and it can be irreversible and lead in deformities and stuff like that, which is really bad. So there's actually reverse metabolic bone disease, which is when they get too much D3, and it can do the same thing. So you want to make sure you're not overdosing on your D3, and you can also get like calcium poisoning or too much calcium. So yeah, not to scare you guys, but it's a serious topic. So what I'm doing now is I give her Reptivite, her vitamins, once a week. Normally I give the calcium twice a week. So what I'm doing is, although she has no UVB bulb, this Reptivite, you have to check this out on your labels and ingredients and stuff. This Reptivite has D3. It's with D3. So if I'm giving her her vitamins today with her greens, I'm going to use the Repti calcium without D3 because she's getting the D3 from here. So mixed together, putting in here, she gets her D3. I'm not going to use this one, so then it'll be a double dose. I mean, it's not like if I do, it'll be like boom right there, reverse metabolic bone disease. Obviously not, but I just, I'm just going to play it safe. So yeah, let's go ahead and dust. I'm just going to do a little bit right here. Start dusting a bit with this. So that's just a little bit like that. Just a tap here and there. What I could do is use a Ziploc bag and then just put all the greens in and shake it together. That works too. Right now I'm just showing you guys all this, so I don't want to take too much time. With this one, it's a little trickier. It doesn't have the nice convenient lid, so I'm just going to take a bit off here and sprinkle it all on. You have to be more careful with the vitamins than the calcium dust. You don't want to give too much of the vitamins. The vitamin dust isn't as crucial, but it's beneficial, so you don't need as much of that. And then yeah, so that's ready now, and we can give that to her. And she's just thermoregulating. You can see her mouth is open. It's their way of cooling down when they're nice and hot and toasty. And yeah, I forgot to mention, I do rinse her salad to make sure the pesticides and everything are off, obviously, and her vegetables. I just use our drinking water because we have the Culligan water filter, reverse osmosis. So I just clean it like that, wash it, and I dry it off a bit, but I don't dry it off too much because it leaves some water. A little blueberry? Yeah, see, they like them. We'll put the other two in her salad. So now we're going to feed her. I'm going to give her her salad. And we'll see if she likes her. There you go, buddy. Sometimes, everyone has a different personality, right? Sometimes your bearded dragons aren't too fond of their salads, but it's like a child. You need to make sure that they eat their veggies. So I'm just going to make sure Kovu eats here. Come on. Look, your salad. Come eat it. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yeah, it's tasty. There we go. Oh yeah, and sometimes she just picks the blueberries out of it. Yeah, I could have cut these pieces up a bit more. Especially if you have a baby, you want to make sure you dice up the salad. It's not so much of a big deal for adults as it is for the youngies, but yeah, I could have cut these into smaller pieces. So yeah, I hope this helped, guys. And yeah, Kovu's just enjoying your salad. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about the whole D3 thing, I hope that made sense, and correct me if I was wrong about anything. If someone knows a bit better, I would appreciate that myself. Alright guys, thanks for watching.